Hello, I'm Ed Van Gennep, President of the Museum of Natural Science and History. As our website says, the purpose of the museum is to share the truths of science as they relate to our origin. But why does that matter? Who really cares? How does it affect our daily lives? These are very good questions. Let me answer them by looking at 3 questions people have had for thousands of years. Philosophers, great thinkers have been debating for thousands of years. First, where did I come from? Many people are interested in their ancestry, but even more so, going back farther, where did we as a species come from? Did we evolve from pond scum to microbes to sea creatures to land animals to humans over billions of years, as evolution teaches? Did aliens from another planet come to Earth and start life here on Earth and we evolved from that? Or is there a God or gods who created the universe and everything in it? Why am I here is the second question. Do I have a purpose? Does my life have meaning? Is there value? If I have a purpose, how do I find out what my purpose is? Most people feel like they have a purpose, but they're not sure what it is, but it's built into them that there is some kind of purpose to life. And then third, what happens when I die? Do I cease to exist? Is there some other higher plane of existence, as some religions teach, that we ascend to? Or, as other religions teach, is there a heaven and a hell, and I'm going to go to one of those places? How do I know? What do I feel? Or after I die, do I come back to this world again in another form? Reincarnation, as some call it. The answer to these 3 questions are certain, but they're based on 2 underlying assumptions. Everybody believes one of 2 things, and what we believe determines how we would answer those questions. Now, the answers are certain. Our belief makes no difference to the answers. But our beliefs or underlying assumptions affect what we think the answers are. So before going into those 3 questions, let's look at the 2 underlying assumptions. The first is everything came about through evolution. It's a random process that took place over billions of years. Life evolved, as I stated, till today, and now we're here, and we can ponder these questions. The second possible assumption is that there is a God or gods who created us. We are here because they created us. They did it for a reason. They have a purpose. These are the only 2 options that exist today. Any other variation that there is a God who used evolution ultimately goes back to there is a God who used the process of evolution. Or aliens came to Earth and started us. Well, then where'd the aliens come from? Either they evolved or there's a God that created them. So ultimately, we only have 2 possibilities on which to base our lives: evolution or creation. So now we will look at how those 2 assumptions affect the answer to these 3 questions. First, where did I come from? If we believe in evolution, then we came about through the process of evolution. Life started by random chance. Life continues on by random chance. Things evolve, change by random chance. There is no purpose. Randomness has no purpose. We're born, we live, we die, that's it. Our life means nothing. Or if our underlying assumption is there is a creator, then it's the creator who brought life into being. The creator created us, and we came because of the creator's will, creator's power. We're here for that reason. Second is, why am I here? I came from somewhere. I'm here right now. What is my purpose? People have a feeling, a sense that there is a purpose. But if we believe evolution, there is no purpose. As I already stated, we're born, we live, we die. It's all random evolution. Evolution does what evolution does. Nobody really knows. Nobody has control over it. It just happens. We're born, we live, we die. There's no value to any of it. But if we believe in a God or gods, then the gods created us. They created us for a reason. There is a purpose to our life. The challenge then is, what is the purpose? Many people, most people, have the sense that they have a purpose, but they're not sure what it is. If you believe you have a purpose, then you probably believe there is a God who gave you that purpose. Or you should believe that. The challenge now to you is to figure out, what is that purpose? What is my life about? What am I supposed to be doing with my life? The third question, what happens when I die? From an evolution assumption, the answer's already been stated. When we die, that's it. We get buried, we turn back into dust and microbes, and we feed the next thing that's going to evolve, that's going to come to life. We came from the earth, we go back to the earth. If we believe in a God, virtually every religion of the world that believes in a God believes there is something after this life. Something does happen when we die. We go to another plane, a higher plane of existence, as some teach. We go to nirvana. Some would say there's a heaven and a hell. We go to one of those places, depending on our life here. Some would say we come back to this life, either in a better state or a worse state, based on how we live the life we're in now. That would be reincarnation. So there is something after this life, if you believe that there is a God or some kind of God. Thus we can see that life's three big questions do have answers. The answers that we come up with, the answers that we believe, are based on our underlying assumption. We will get totally different answers if we believe in the assumption of evolution or we believe in the assumption of a supreme intelligence, a supreme deity that created everything. So for you, the challenge is, which underlying assumption do you want to believe? We, at the Museum of Natural Science and History, we exist to share the scientific evidence to show that there is a God that created us, that we were born for a reason. We have a purpose in life. We are going to go somewhere when we die. Looking at the science for evolution, the science for creation, the evidence behind them, we believe and we want to show that the science for creation is overwhelming. The science for evolution is very lacking. The Museum of Natural Science and History is going to create a science center called Nature's World of Wonder, or WOW for short. Do you see the value of teaching this kind of science? To teaching people to evaluate evolution or a supreme intelligence, a God, because we can see from these questions of life that it impacts our daily lives. It impacts how we live, what our purpose is, what's going to happen when we die. If you see value, if you believe in what you're doing, please help us. Please donate today. We seek to open the museum, the Science Center, in about 5 years, but we rely on you, your contributions, to help us make it possible.